Okay, live stream should be starting up soon. Whoops, I just realized something. I forgot to change the Twitch description. There we go. Now the Twitch description should be fine. That should be booting on up. Please give me a moment to make sure my live streams are all good. Oh yeah, and I forgot to actually properly set the Rumble live stream. I'm getting everything messed up today. Okay, Rumble should be coming online. YouTube should have been good to go. Okay. Oh, YouTube should be good to go. Oh, Twitch is going good. Or slowly, poorly. May need double check Twitch. Rumble descriptions up to date. Appears to be Rumble's going good. Let me double check Twitch. Okay, Twitch is going good. Perfect. And let me boot this up. Let me go to my other computer to make sure that's going. It's going good, and oh yeah, let me turn off my AC so there's less background noise. Please give me another moment. There we go. AC should be turning on off. That should help reduce any background noise. Stream's going good on the other computers. I'm losing a lot of frame rate. Let me disable the preview on OBS. Okay. Looks like I'm not dropping any frames anymore. Maybe that fixed that. Please give me another moment to make sure everything's going good. Yep, looks like everything's going good. My apologies. I had to just double check a couple things to make sure everything's going a bit more smoothly. So let's go and get started. Yep, let's get started. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Dawn of War 2 replay. So on the bottom right side as a Demon Hunter of Z Zerif, who may be a little bit AFK. Spawn on top left side as the biggest and the strongest. We have Pax. Let's... Replay is relatively decently long. Okay, now he's actually going, so perfect. Sorry, I was just making sure that the replay is actually good and not just sort of like AFK replay. We got parachutists now deployed on the field as to support the slugger. Over here got the strike squad, and looks like we got something queued up behind it, probably another Inquisitorial stormtrooper. And now you got these stormtroopers are advancing up north. The Demon Hunter is kind for the power point. So we've got requisition power point. Strike squad may be eyeing for this requisition point now. War Boss is advancing on forward. Got early VP captured for the War Boss, getting a nice little head and lead with the VPs. This game tends to go pretty quick through the VPs. And sorry, I think I may have actually, before starting the stream, I think I actually got the transfer of the replays actually downloaded. I never actually put in the replay folder I was wanting to cast, so I may need to restart the game once this replay is done, because I realized, oh, this is not one of the replays I selected. War Boss has seen a bit of fire there. Inquisitor Stormtroopers backing on off. Get another burst there onto the War Boss. Now got these shooters advancing forward with some sluggers to support. Over here, Strike Squad and Stormtroopers are pushing way forward against good damage there onto the War Boss. And the War Boss is falling on back. Down south, we do have these sluggers and the shooters engaging the power point. Stormtroopers are advancing on forward.
He's losing some land.
And the Storm Sluggers will be capturing the power point there. Stormtroopers will find the Orc power generator. One has been put on the field. Do now have looks like a squad of Ludus have been put on the field. He's a good burst there onto the Orc generator. Daemon Hunter's going to north support him. Strike Squad is also going to be in the reach as well, so the entire Daemon Hunter army will be there. The generator does get focused down. Shooters advancing forward. We'll find a burst there onto the Daemon Hunter as he ties them up in melee. Strike Squad advancing forward. Gains good hits there onto the shooters. Luda has been pulled on the field, but has set up a little bit too far back. Now it's in range, and the Stormtroopers do fall back before receiving suppression there. Daemon Hunter does receive a burst there as we got the War Boss now advancing forward. Stormtroopers are falling on back. Strike Squad moving over here to engage the War Boss. Stormtroopers now eyeing to hit that War Boss there. Strike Squad could try tying up the War Boss melee. War Boss is saying quite a bit of damage now. And the War Boss decides to fall back nice and early. Should be able to keep on now there. No problem with being wiped. Daemon Hunter does get forced on back there. And Ludus will be covering the War Boss's retreat. Slugger Squad also falls back as well. And the Orcs have claimed this power generator there. While the Stormtroopers do destroy power generator, the Sluggers do deny power generators. Ludus now advancing on forward. We got big shooters here. Does find the suppressive fire ability there onto the Strike Squad. And now we've got another round of big shooters as well.
Get the burners! Get the power thingy up, boss.
Stormtroopers now advancing down south. We do have a Ludus Squad setting on up there. Does find a person in the Strike Squad. Stormtroopers could go around towards the flank. There's still an arc there. Shooters getting some great damage on the Stormtroopers, forcing them back over to sheer firepower. And now look how the Strike Squad soft retreating away. Strike Squad has plenty of health, and they probably will return to full before the next engagement. We do got the Purgation Squad advancing forward. The Flames can make short work of buildings. And we got the Stormtroopers now back at home. Daemon Hunter now pushing forward down the center of the map. 3 generators here. We do have 3 generators here. 2 of them are being deployed on out. And the Strike Squad is receiving a bit of fire from the shooters now. Luda's sitting on up. May find an angle in the Strike Squad there, but there is, of course, this little mesa there. Nope. Did I hear something just teleport forward? Oh, just Nobliers being teleported on in. Suppressive fire ability does connect onto the Strike Squad there. Against good damage there. Burners advancing forward. Going to be displacing them and forcing them back. Burners will be very, very effective versus these power generators. So the Orc players are going to eye to advance in that region. We do got the Ludus Squad now being flanked by the Stormtroopers as well as by the Daemon Hunter himself. But it does pull back the shooters over here. The Burners are going to make their way over to the power generator. Nope, the Sluggers were pulled back as well. War Boss now receiving some fire. And the Stormtroopers do get some good damage there. Requisition point will likely get decaptured, and the War Boss will probably retreat after that. Shooters finding some good volleys there onto those Stormtroopers. The point does get decaptured, and there comes a stomp, knocking back the Daemon Hunter before retreating them back. Shooters do advance too far forward, too close to the Daemon Hunter. And now we've got the Purgation Squad getting suppressed by the Ludas. So suppressive fire does come forward onto the Daemon Hunter. Daemon Hunter is quite wounded, may need to fall back sooner or later. No upgrades on Daemon Hunter, no upgrades on the War Boss. We've got a good number of upgrades for the various Orc infantry units, but we do have no sergeant upgrade onto the Inquisitor Stormtroopers.
Right, we'll get the post up.
Right now, their resources are quite similar as well, so the Orcs is doing a good job of field control. Stormtroopers and Strike Squad now go around the flanks. The Luda Squad is right there and can easily be flanked by the various Grey Knight forces. Purgation Squad advancing forward. Luda Squad could find a good angle there. Some sort of ability was utilized on top of the Purgation Squad. Got a great cast there by the Daemon Hunter, hitting those shooters there. Purgation Squad does get suppressed there. Strike Squad does force back the Ludas. We've got this force now falling on back. Does go for another power generator now. I use suppressive fire ability there on the Purgation Squad and does fall back now. Both players are going for tier 2. I can zoom out a little bit. Daemon Hunter's now captured the central VP. Stormtroopers moving around the flanks. And now we do have Luda's getting some healed on reinforced, healed on up. Both players tier 2 will come out soon. And we've got the War Boss on seeing some fire from the Inquisitor Stormtroopers. The Purgation Squad may get some suppression there. Nope, does not. And the War Boss does capture the requisition point and runs to the next requisition point. This is going to turn around, trying to engage these Inquisitor Stormtroopers. The Daemon Hunter does fall back entirely as well. There's a great hit there. Inquisitor Stormtroopers find a good volley there. Purgation Squad trying to deactivate this point, and the Orc is going a little bit greedy, going for an extra power generator along the flank.
Too late to patch the walls now.
Purgation Squad is going to eye for that generator now. We'll be able to destroy it. Luda Squad advancing forward, and pretty close to that Purgation Squad. Purgation Squad does not finish off that generator, does finish off now, and will receive suppressive fire now. Shooters advancing on forward. We got the Burner Squad along the flanks. They do now to lead them. And now this Purgation Squad is falling back away from these shooters. Try to use a line sight blocker there to his advantage, but was unsuccessful. The Purgation Squad can avoid advance up north to flank that Luda. But now we do have a Rhino deployed on the field. We do have a squad of tank busters on the field queue as well. Doesn't use suppressive fire ability there on the now it does use suppressive fire in the Purgation Squad. It's good damage there. Inquisitor Stormtroopers do pop on out, but they do not have any. They are not going to start an upgrade. Once they get to start an upgrade, they can throw their grenades. Purgation Squad severely when it does load up beside the Rhino, and they did receive suppressive fire from the Purgation Squad. Down south, we've got the Burners advancing forward, getting some good damage there onto these generators. The Purgation Squad is still inside that Rhino, so they can make short work of these generators. Let's say maybe force find the ground right there. It gains some great damage there. Now we've got tank busters coming in from a barrage there. Rolls a miss there. Does follow up with a secondary barrage attack of actual. Got some hits there. Purgation Squad still getting some great damage to those power generators. War Boss now charging down the Strike Squad, being upgraded the Cyborg implants. And last, the Orc generators will go ahead and go on down. Purgation Squad is now falling back. We're seeing quite a bit of fire and retreat. Tank Busters do fire, of course, a volley there, unsuccessfully, really. But they do get some melee hits there. Didn't get any models, however. The Orcs need to take time to recapture a lot of these points. Right now, he has lost quite a bit of field control. We've got the Rhino now advancing forward, trying to find some sort of engagement.
Victory for the Orcs. Victory for me.
Inquisitor Stormtroopers do have an upgrade, the sergeant upgrade, and access to grenades. And we've got another power generator here, this time deployed out by the Grey Knight player. It does get destroyed off by the tank busters. Inquisitor Stormtroopers advancing forward do have a cast being called on there. Looks like he's Daemon Hunter's about to upgrade a couple upgrades. Quick Force Rod grants a retribution ability, which I believe that was the ability. And we also got the Tome of Tranquility, giving him energy regen and cooldown reduction. Warboss has an upgrade to the boss pull, which designates him as the boss, as well as cyborg implants, give him a place to stomp with Big Stomp, as well as getting some health regen. Grenade does roll and miss there. Tank Buster, Barrage raining on in, does get some damage there onto that Rhino. And now Strike Squad is fully withdrawing from the region. Game Hunter does capture the central VP. Got another cast right there, getting good hits there. Tank Busters do find a good follow there on the Rhino. Game Hunter try to tie up the Tank Busters up in melee. Goes out Frag Grenade there. Does fire Mortar Barrage there, but only one guy's firing the barrage itself, getting forced back and does dodge that single mortar. Tank Busters down to his last little bit of health. If the Game Hunter gets a melee hit there, it would have been a kill there, but was unable to get the kill. Warboss charging forward, may want to be upgraded to Xenon's power pole at the current rate. Progression Squad is seeing a bit of fire there. Crystal Stormtroopers inside, up on out the Rhino. They could throw a couple quick frags on that force. It does get a decent hit there. Now the Progression Squad does get forced on back. Rhino advancing forward. Got some of these Stormtroopers getting some good damage there. Got the Retribution ability being activated now, I think. Yes, it was. Warboss is seeing a bit of fire there. The Demon Hunter does fully go down to the Burner Squad. And he does fall back while taking out the Burner Squad. Warboss does not capture that VP entirely, and this one is the capture as well, so it's captured against the Orcs. Currently, he does have, the Orcs do have a VP lead, only by a small margin, and it's of course shrinking. The Tank Busters go fire their Mortar Barrage. There's a number of them actually hit that terrain there, getting knocked back there with the Strike Squad, interrupting the capture. Not recapturing at the moment. Generators now seeing some fire. Tank Busters do make a soft retreat away from those Tank Busters. The Orcs are advancing forward. One generator does go down. Strike Squad may see some hits there. Doesn't use the suppressive fire ability in there in time. Got some sort of cast there by the Strike Squad. Great cast there. And the Strike Squad does fall back. Mortar Barrage trying to hit the Rhino, getting some great hits there, almost fully destroying it. Tank Busters are firing shots not at the Rhino, too far away. And now Stormtroopers are falling back. This one does manage to escape out with one model remaining. Now it's time for the Orcs to rapidly capture a lot of sectors. He does have one generator still alive. The point's still activated as well. Both players looks like they're advancing towards their tier 3. Rhino needs to advance away and get some repairs. And the Demon Hunters are using massive amounts of damage there from the shooters. It looks like he's full withdrawing from the region now. We do now have a side cannon equipped onto the Purgatation Squad. Gives some good range firepower, but does not provide suppression. Good damage there on the Purgatation Squad. He needs to fall back entirely. Does now. Wizard Stormtroopers trying to eye some repairs on the Rhino. Desperately needs a lot of repairs. Tank Busters can, of course, take a quick barrage there to quickly take it out. Even auto attack may be able to take out that Rhino. Fires up barrage now. Will it find direct hit there? Will find some great hits there, and does not take out the Rhino. Shooters may want to get the super fire ability there. Strike Squad does not have the Sergeant anymore. Great retribution ability there. The Burst now charging forward. Tank Busters finds some hits there on the activated power node. Warboss now engaging in melee. Goods there onto the Burnas, knocking back the grenades. Chain knocking them back now. Rhinos see a bit of damage there. Mortars, those Tank Busters do get a hit there. And Psych items now set on up, getting some good damage there onto these Burnas. Power Generator's now seeing some fire there. Power Generator does in fact go down. And this Rhino is falling on back. Strike Squad set on up, getting some good damage on these forces. Percussion Squad, or should I say Percussion Squad, but the Percussion Squad needs to be forced back, currently suppressed, and receiving lots of fire. The Percussion Squad may get wiped out right there. It does get fully wiped out right there. Strike Squad faints forward and may get wiped out himself. The War Boss on the tree path and takes out the Strike Squad. Big losses there for the Demon Hunter. Not going for our Grey Knight Terminators. And the thing with the squad doesn't matter, retreat back in time. Demon Hunter still has 300 health remaining, so it's unlikely they're going to get wiped out. And now we've got the third VP being captured up by the Orcs. This will rapidly have the tickets count down in his favor. But you got the Stormtroopers taking out all these power generators. Looted Tank is on the build queue, so maybe the Orc player doesn't need any more power or reinforcements at least anymore. Tank Bus and Ludas do require energy to reinforce, but not the Sluggers nor Shooters.
The side's got 200 points left.
Another big coming at us. Watch the nearest fire.
Rhino's facing forward. Shooters now trying to engage it. The Rhino is nearly fully repaired. Has received some scratches right there. No beamy def gun on the Ludas.
Mounting on the armor, boss.
Good suppression coming out onto the Stormtroopers, being reinforced in the front line. Good grenade there, knocking back the Shooters. Luda was not firing the entire time, and we got the Luda Tank now advancing forward. Has some the reinforced Platen, which also not only grants health, but also the boom gun ability. Luda Tank finds a good hit there onto the Rhino, even get a good number of model kills as well with that shot. Strike Squad, oh no, that is the Grey Knight Terminators do teleport forward, gains some damage there on the Looted Tank. The Looted Tank's not being repaired. Burner's trying to deal with these Grey Knight Terminators. He gains some good damage there. Shooter's not firing away. They are, both of them are fully reinforced in the front line. One just has less than half out, well, 6 models. Do now the last can upgrade there onto the Rhino. Not exactly a very effective AT vehicle weapon, but this is able to hit vehicles decently well. These forces do fall back in time. We do also have the Psyken upgrade onto the Grey Knight Terminators. They also being upgraded the Liber Demonica.
100 points left.
The Orcs do have plenty of VPs at the moment. Decapturing this point will assault the VP loss. Last game does get a good hit there on the Rhino. He does fire some shots there onto the War Boss. Super Stormtroopers have popped on out, trying to get some good damage there onto the War Boss. Grenade does range short. Orc forces are starting to advance on forward. Tank busters are fully reinforced, not fully healed. Luda is advancing forward as well. Could go for the beamy def gun to really engage that Rhino. Both the Luda tank and the tank busters in the region don't really need the extra AT vehicle.
Ooh, we added to the post, boss.
This VP is being captured up. This VP has not been decaptured. And now the Luda's going to be decapturing the central VP now. Requisition point now being captured on up. Grey Knight Terminators advancing forward. A little bit wounded. Grey Knight Terminators now advancing forward. Of course, they need a bit of support. There's some good damage there. Luda does find a good volleys there. We got the War Boss on pushing forward. The boss pulls in the region. Grey Knight Terminators receive a bit of fire there. Is that the boom death gun? Yep, the boom gun. It's good hit there onto those Corsair Stormtroopers. Big stop does come forward as well. Looks like the Slugger Squad does fall back. Overstrike now being called on in. It's going to be relatively effective. Luda Tank does manage to back out the region. Tank Busters and Luda will be hit. Looks like the Tank Buster, or one of those squads went down. The Looter squad's still alive. The Tank Buster did go down. And now the War Boss is falling on back. Of course, all Stormtroopers now engaging. Grey Knight Terminers almost get fully wiped as well, being reinforced while running past that Rhino. And now both of them are going to be falling back to base. Looter Tank still has plenty of health to push on forward with, just a bit worried about the twin las cannons of the Rhino. And the Rhino is going to advance on forward. No damage onto it whatsoever. Not even a scratch in its paint job currently. Now the Burner Squad is advancing on forward. We got these forces being reinforced, and we do have a Commando Squad being pulled on out. The Orc players has reinforced and now push way forward once again. The Commando Squad is advancing on forward, and the Rhino is backing off, and then maybe a squad on the back of it. Grey Knight Terminators have been fully reinforced, still not max health. Like, of course, you can't always rely on max health all the time. So Stormtroopers capturing the northern or left, west points. Is now engaging the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter has been upgraded now as well as the Banishing Cloak, increasing health by 50, energy by 25, grants a Rites of Exorcism ability, which cripples and weakens enemy vehicles. So it sounds like a ranged vehicle snare. Green Knight Terminals are falling back. There's a little bit too much fire here. Retribution ability is already being cast on in, or no, that was actually another ability there from the Demon Hunter, or from the Grey Knight Terminus, I should say. Demon Hunter looks like in full retreat. Grey Knight Terminus are falling back as well. It looks like Rhino has been loaded up with the 2 Inquisitor Stormtroopers. The Orcs have captured such a VP, so the VPs are counting down in their favor once again. And this Rhino is pushing around. Grey Knight Terminus now advancing up to the center of the map, trying to find some sort of engagement.
Getting a power thingy up, boss.
Oh, we do got the Commando Squad camouflage right there. I don't know why it sort of surprised me. Demon Hunters advancing forward. Inquisitor Stormtroopers and Strike Squad Terminators trying to get a good engagement there. Misses the boom gun there. And now the Inquisitor Stormtroopers may find a good engagement there onto the War Boss. War Boss still does not have any sort of weapon upgrade. Looter Tank's now advancing forward, trying to find some hits there onto the Rhino. Unsuccessful actually getting hits onto it, being checked by other forces. Stomp does go ahead and stun those Terminators. And the Looter Tank has received massive amounts of fire, has your armor exposed to the Rhino, and the Looter Tank does fully get wiped out. Grey Knight Terminators in a mix of everything, teleporting around, trying to gauge that Looter. And great retribution ability there, knocking back all that entire force. Looter's fall back, Burner's trying to gain some good engagement there. Shooters to avoid that grenade. We've got now the Demon Hunter advancing forward, trying to get some good engaged attacks onto the Slugger. Slugger's down to minimal health. The Slugger will fall back with as little as 9 health remaining. Stormtroopers advancing forward, another grenade hit there. Looks like some of the shooters seem quite a bit high there. Oh, I just realized something. There was a triple capture. The Knobs captured this point, and the VPs ran out and read back to the game. This Angrid saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I'm wondering as well, did I... No, I did put the replays into that folder. Huh. Sorry about that. I was just a bit curious. Let's see. Oh yeah, did I not download the most recent patch for Dawn of War? I don't see them here. So, oh well, I may be on an older patch. I forgot to update Dawn of War. I know there was a recent patch recently. Oh well, I got some replays too still here, so let's go and cast them, and I can worry about getting Dawn of War updated to the newest patch next week. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Dawn of War 2 Elite Mod replay. Spawn on the top side as the Farseer. We have Sos Tennis spawn on the south side as the Apothecary. We have Papa Smurf. Please tell me he's gone for the Smurf colors. It's golden. I thought that is definitely not the Ultramarine colors. I don't know why I found that really amusing because of when I was saying that. Definitely not the Smurfs color. But we do have now the Farseer captured the PowerPoint. PowerPoint being captured up by the Guardian squad as well. So it looks like the Farseer is eyeing for some early power play, maybe eyeing for some early Rangers, maybe an early Guardian weapons team. PowerPoint being activated and PowerPoint being activated here as well. So likely, we do got Howling Banshees on the field, but likely not going for any second Guardian squad.
Support structure complete.
Down south, the Apothecary and the Tactical Marine squads advancing on forward, trying to capture some points. Scout squad capturing this requisition point. Banshees moving around. Guardian squad will find the garrison. Not saying great, in my opinion, Dawn of War 2 garrisons are mostly there just to avoid melee combat. Not necessarily to actually fight from, because most garrisons not very good to fight from. We do have the Apothecary and now the Tactical Marine squad receiving a bit of fire there. We've got this Howling Banshees now charging forward, trying to get some good hits as well. Guardian squad does try to get the garrison once again, trying to avoid the Tactical Marine punches, because Tactical Marines do have decent punching there. But now got a Flamer here. That is an anti-garrison tool, but great hits there by the Apothecary, by the Howling Banshees. Flamer does get inside the garrison as well. Apothecary does fall back. May does go down right there. And now these Howling Banshees and the Farseer will be avoiding that region. Good ultra fire onto those Howling Banshees. And now we do have the Tactical Marine squad trying to pursue these Howling Banshees. Scouts cut for the left flank. And now we've got the Howling Banshees pushed way forward once again, being upgraded the aspect of strength. Probably been a better good idea to go for another squad before getting upgrades. Does have a Guardian's weapon team, so maybe never mind. Guardian weapon team's now pushing way forward, trying to get set on up, trying to protect this power generator. Singular. And Tactical Marine squad does get suppressed there. You have two power generators for the Apothecary. And the Tactical Marine squad seeing a bit of fire there. Scout squad does find some melee hits there onto the Guardian's weapon team. Scouts don't think they have the greatest melee hits. And now this Scout squad does see some fire and does get forced back. Howdy. Scout squad does fall back there. So does the Tactical Marine squad. Looks like they did get quite a bit of damage there onto the generator. It's going to take time to repair it up. Very nice. Apothecary does get the point captured there, receives a nice special attack there, knocking out the Apothecary. Apothecary is down to almost half health. The Apothecary does heal himself up as well, but does fall back now. Down, receiving a lot of hits there. Howling Banshees are pretty good at pursuing retreating squads. Gets another hits there, 18 health, 17 health, 16 health, and those are no more additional hits there. Farseer, or not Farseer. Howling Banshees do fall back now.
We are losing a requisition point to the enemy.
We do have the Guardians teams advancing on forward. We do have this power node has been activated, and the Scouts capture the right flank. And the Guardians going to take time. Oh, that was repairing that wounded generator still. They just went in front of the power generator. Give the Guardian weapon team there, maybe a good idea, because with the sectors being captured up, he knows it's going to be attacked once again. Tactical Marine squad's going to advance forward and will immediately get suppressed, but does not get immediately suppressed by that Guardian's weapon team. And it's going to take time to decapture that VP. Advancing a little bit farther forward to set up a better position like that is a good idea. And now we do have the Apothecary being upgraded with the Purification Rites. Another Guardian weapon team being pulled out of the field, and this Tactical Marine squad is soft retreating away. Over on the left side, we do have the Howling Banshees capturing the left flank. And the Tactical Marine Squad is receiving fire there, as was the Plasma Grenade. Does avoid the Plasma Grenade. And the Guardian Squad does fall, make a soft trade away. But now we do have some Salt Marines on the field. The Salt Marines can at least displace that heavy weapons team, allowing the Tactical Marine Squad to advance forward with their Flamer. Guardian's Weapon Team needs to fall back sooner rather than later. We got another Guardian's Weapon Team being set on up. Fires a good volley there onto the Salt Marines. Salt Marines eyes another jump there. Does knock back that Guardian's Weapon Team, forcing it back. Guardian Squad does fall back as well. And the Flamer's going to make short work of those generators. Allied Page is charging forward, trying to capture some of these points. And one power generator will in fact go on down. Another one's being burned down. The heavy weapons team could advance on forward. Farseer is going to be trying to tie up the Tactical Marine Squad and melee, trying to stop those generators from being burned down. These forces are trying to push away from the Eldar forces, trying to push on forward once again. Salt Marines and Apothecaries trying to stop the Farseer. The Farseer has been upgraded to Armor Fortune. You can see that blue orb below there now. We do now have the heavy weapons team sitting on up, heavy weapons team sitting on up, and these forces do suppress. We do now have the combat stimulant equipment being upgraded for the Apothecary as well. Purification Rice gives them knockback heals as well as a bit of damage. Does avoid the Plasma Grenade there at going very, very snail pace. And oh, he has the combat stimulant equipment queued up. We need tier 2 for that. I forgot about that. More like I didn't really know in the first place, because I always forget which upgrades need what level. I just assume that if somebody's getting the upgrade, they already have the required research for it. Requisition point being captured on up. Down south, we do have the guard Howling Banshees falling back. My apologies. Still recovering from a cold. It's more because of season allergies, but still. Guardian's Weapon Team's advancing forward. Guardian Weapons Team is going to cover the Guardian's Weapons Team. Assault Marines could jump on forward. They have enough energy to jump. Guardian Squad does get a knockback there by the knockback heals of the Apothecary. Apothecary is now falling back. Combat Stimulant equipment is almost upgraded. Apothecary will skip out over 100 health remaining, and the Tactical Marine Squad will fall back with plenty of health remaining as well. Just the extra suppression was causing a bit of issues.
We are losing a requisition point to the enemy.
More cautiously now. Human scouts.
Over here, Guardian Squads are advancing forward. You got the Guardian Squad teams as well. Oh, just throw a plasma grenade on top of the building. Not sure how much damage that does to a building. Probably not that great. Tactical Marine Squad and Assault Marines advancing forward. The Farseer is going to try to decapture that VP. And its point is severely damaged, but not destroyed. We do got a Falcon being employed on the field. I'm for a bit of a light skirmisher, or skimmer, I should say.
Generator operational.
And now the Guardian Squad's going to be falling back, trying to avoid this additional fire.
We have the requisition point.
Okay, weapons teams rotating around, trying to find better angles set on up. They're both being sitting up in that region. Does see a bit of fire there from the Guardian's Weapon Team. Assault Marines do jump on forward. There's other heavy weapons teams in the region. The Assault Marines do have enough energy for another jump there. And they do manage to do another jump there as well, knocking back the heavy weapons team. The other weapon team instead of soft retreat, now a full retreat, and it still actually has all the models still up. Power generators getting some great damage there, taking out both those power generators. Last one now under fire. The Tactical Marine Squad is out of range of the heavy weapons team, and now we do got the Falcon pushing its way forward, trying to knock around this Tactical Marine Squad. But all generators have been bashed, just leaving the point to be deactivated.
Deploying the Bright Lance cannon.
We now have a Bright Lance cannon being upgraded. He does have a Dreadnought on the field, but the Farseer is currently running away from it. And the Dreadnought's been upgraded to multi-melta. That's a little bit overkill against vehicles. He really wants that Falcon dead. Got the Singing Spear being upgraded now. Farseer has quite a bit of fire there. Farseer does go down to the Multi-Nota. Bright Lance sitting on up, sitting up does fire a shot there in the Dreadnought now.
Adding warp generator.
Over here at the Howling Banshees do finish off all those power generators. No Exarch leader onto them just yet.
From above.
If you do have extra spare power generators over here, it was decaptured for a time, but the Apothecary does get a bit extra power now. Howling Banshees are just trying to run away from those forces.
No need for haste. The time for speed.
Enemy space marines are able
A Marine squad trying to avoid fire from the Howling Banshees, trying to get inside this garrison. Does get inside that garrison there. Bright Lance not firing away, does receive some suppression before entering on in. The garrison itself could potentially be sieged down. But right now the 10th Marine Squad is receiving a lot of fire.
banshees have howled.
10th Marine Squad does fully withdraw from the region, trying to avoid any additional fire. We'll receive a lot of fire in retreat. Guardian Squad is now sort of soft retreating away. In the middle, we do have the Farseer. The Singing Spear is a heavy melee weapon, which does 110 piercing damage at range as well. Not bad. So it's just a straight damage weapon. No fancy ability. We do have a fresh webway assembly here, or webway gate, I should say. And Howling Banshees is going to be eyeing for this VP now.
Cautiously now.
Point is being rebuilt now. We do have the Assault Squad for Sergeant and the Melta Bomb research. And we do also have the Dreadnought now. Seeing some fire there from the Farseer. Farseer is trying to jump up forward. Getting some good damage there. Bright Lance is firing away. Bright Lance does get that melee by that Assault Marine Squad. Good knockback heal onto the Assault Marines, which knocked back to the Bright Lance. And we have the Armor Fortune now activate onto the Farseer there, but she does full withdraw from the region. Assault Marines seem to put some fire there. It needs to fall back now, and the Falcon does in fact go down now. Right Lord now put on the field as well, and that Guardians Weapon team gets destroyed. A lot of losses there for the Farseer, but the Howling Banshees are now chucking these points and doesn't triple capture in his favor. The Apothecary does have more VPs than his opponent, but
The enemy
it is going to be ever so shrinking down.
Strategic location spotted.
We trust in your guidance.
Plasma grenade thrown onto the power generator. And now we've got the Tactical Marine Squad gave War some back. Howling Farseer now trying to decapture this point. We've got the Guardians Weapon team and the Wraith Lord advancing forward. The Wraith Lord is not being upgraded anything just yet. We go for a Bright Lance against a multi-melted Dreadnought. It may be a good idea to go for Bright Lance, because this is an anti-vehicle tool. Though if the Dreadnought gets tied up in melee, that's actually good for the Wraith Lord. And there is a Bright Lance upgrade now. Banshees shoots into the fire there and does fall back, receiving some good hits on retreat. Our node now receiving some repairs. Got another webway gate over here. Very, very good. Farseer should maintain very good mobility from now on, assuming these webway gates do not get spotted.
Exile, prepare to lead your systems.
We do have a fire dragon being has been pulled on the field. Maybe I'm going inside the webway now. Not sure what exactly doing.
The Space Marines press their
And over here, we do got the Scout Squad getting some damage there on the Howling Banshees. Howling Banshees do force back the Scout Squad, which is currently completely unupgraded. We haven't seen much of them actually this game. They mostly just go around capturing some points. Now we've got these forces advancing forward. Missile launcher upgrade there onto the Tactical Marine Squad. And it's actually bound for a second Scout Squad. There's 2 Scout Squads on the field, would be good capping pressure. Then we need to get the Sergeant upgrade to get the self-detection to help see those webways.
One of our generators is under
Wraith Lord advancing forward, trying to get some good hits there. Both the Tactical Marine Squad also in the region. It's not going to be a great engagement there for the Wraith Lord. Motor Bomb does connect as well. Dreadnought finds some hits there. The Wraith Lord maybe just sent you his death. We're seeing mass amounts of fire there. Does type the Dreadnought up in melee. Bright Lance not here to support. Missile does find a good hit there on the Wraith Lord. We do also got the Apothecary's Singing Spear hitting the Assault Marines. Bright Lance does go down. Or gets jumped on. And there goes the Dreadnought. Bright Lance now fully withdrawing from the region. So both sides have lost their vehicle. But overall, I'll still say the Apothecary is still in a better position because the Farseer has a Guardian Weapon team while his opponent has just 2 scouts for capping pressure. The Assault Marines are still going to be useful. Does get inside the garrison right there, and the Assault Marines do fall back now.
Generator is smashed. Guardians have come up here. Our reinforcements are here.
Our generator is now being hacked apart. We do have the Webway gate over here being utilized.
Strategic location spotted.
This point can easily be deactivated now. And over here, looks like the scouts are engaging the Howling Banshees. Going for some shotguns wouldn't be half bad, get some knockback. And the point does get deactivated now. Fire Dragons eyeing to capture that point, and the Bright Lance heading to the center. The Apothecary does have 500 red points. You could go for tier 3. Don't want to bring in his Orbital Strike. One has a small reserve of red points. Both sides could. I'm not really a big fan of Eldar tier 3, though in this current situation, Seer Council would not be half bad. Does jump on top of the Bright Lance there, knocking back. That Bright Lance needs to fall back immediately. Librarians advancing forward, getting some great hits there. The Bright Lance may in fact get wiped out. Farseer getting some good hits there on the Tactical Marine Squad. Bright Lance does manage to escape on out of there. Fire Dragons and Guardian Squads advancing forward. Of course, there is the Exarch leader with the Flamethrower. Got a global ability now activated for the Apothecary. The Assault Marines are severely wounded. Howling Banshees do fall back. Something called that. I think it's a drop pod of Tactical Marines, I should say. Nope, just reinforcements.
Enemy Space Marines are claiming over to the objective.
Now these forces are going to be eyeing for more gen bashing. Tier 3 will not be restricted by the Farseer. I still believe Seer Council wouldn't be half bad. I'm just not a big fan of Avatar, and Fire Prisms are just a little bit situational. They're okay, but not that great in my opinion. Fire Drainers, some of them are starting to go on down. Fire Drainer trying to get some hits there as well, and does manage to save this Power Generator. Could use the Guardian Squads to repair up that generator as well. On the left side, Howling Banshees on the Bright Lance just capture that point. Banshees do force back the Scout Squad. Assault Marines do see a bit of fire there. It does jump on top of these horses, getting good knockback there. Loads of carcasses while at it, and the Guardian Squad does fall back. Fire Dragons trying to type the Apothecary melee. This isn't great. They need a full withdrawal right now. They're great special attack there by the Farseers. Definitely see the Fire Dragons. Assault Marines have seen quite a bit of fire there. Apothecary still has plenty of health. It does jump away there. Farseer will need to fall back sooner rather than later. Good special attack there by the Apothecary. And the Farseer does go ahead and fall on back. Bright Lance capture up that requisition point there. We do have the Scout Squad decapturing the VP now. The VP is in favor for the Eldar by a small margin. Just double capture against them. Soon just be a single capture.
No need for haste.
Bright Lance receiving some fire there, and now the Howling Banshees are going to charge their way forward.
Behold our new possession. We stand ready.
Adding warp generator.
Scout Squad advancing forward, so is the Librarian. We do got the Guardian Squad and the Fire Dragon Squad. Doing some good damage there on the Tactical Marine Squad.
Generator operation.
We do have a fresh Seer Council on the field. We got a fresh Dreadnought as well. He still has access to the Fire Dragons as well as the Bright Lance. Bright Lance is over here. And he's going to try to draw in the Dreadnought into the Bright Lance. Assault Marine Squad does advance forward, does draw some fire there. Dreadnought obviously is there, and does jump on top of the Bright Lance as well, forcing back. Fire Dragon's falling back as well, so is the Guardian Squad. Farseer does go in and fall on back. And Seer Council just sort of capture up the flanks as well.
Our reinforcements are here.
Scouts trying to capture this right VP point. And got some good reinforcements over here. Down south,
Claiming a victory objective.
Dreadnought has not been repaired up just yet, but it still has plenty of health to deal with. Webway Gate has been
Points remaining.
utilized over on the right flank, camouflaging forward. This may alert his opponent there's a Webway Gate there in the rough region. Not because of the camouflage, but more like that angle they're attacking from. Tactical Marine Squad does have the missile launcher upgrade. We've seen some fire there. Eventually shot in the face from the Assault Marines. Fire Dragon still gets some hits there onto the Dreadnought. Bright Lance does get hit as well. And Bright Lance does fall back. Fire Dragon's trying to run away from the Assault Marines. But I think the Fire Dragon at this point in time needs to fall back. Seems there's a bit too much fire there. Fire Dragon Squad is still alive, but barely. But it does go fully wiped out right there.
Upon ourselves.
One of our structures is being attacked.
A lot of losses there for the Farseer. She even lost her Howling Banshees in one of these engagements. Those the Howling Banshees may went down right there. You have the Seer Council region. The Farseer maybe will deal with the Dreadnought herself.
They fight at close quarters.
Assault Marines are trying to try to engage these Seer Council.
We have succeeded in our objective.
Seer Council does see the knockback heal there from the Apothecary, and we do got the Seer Council, or the Farseer getting forced back by that Dreadnought. Seer Council now fully withdrawing from the region as well, and now we do got a Fire Prison bullet on the being applied on the field.
Space Marines are claiming a victory objective. The enemy wishes to shut our Webway Gate.
Webway Gate will go down. This one has been destroyed. This one has not been spotted just yet.
Send forth a warlock to lead our guardians.
We will stand against any
The time
enemy.
for speed has passed.
At full speed.
Fire Prison has been put on the field, probably ready to engage that Dreadnought at range. Dreadnought has no upgrades at the moment. And now we've got the Tactical Marine Squad getting forced back thanks to the Seer Council. Seer Council has not been fully reinforced.
There is the victory objective. Engage in melee.
And now the Seer Council does fall back.
We are losing a power node to the enemy.
At full speed.
We have all the power generators still here. This one still has not been repaired on up, severely damaged. And now the Fire Prison is not advancing forward. I'm going to recapture this VP over here. This VP is being recaptured by the Librarian.
We have succeeded in our objective.
Now the Apothecary is going for tier 3, has a mass reserve of requisition.
With haste.
We have 100 points remaining.
Assault Marines do find a good jump there onto the Guardian Squad, knock them back. No retreat from them just yet. I heard the grenade ability. Looks like the Seer Council has received quite a bit of damage there from the Scout Squad, who have been upgraded with the Sergeant. And now the Assault Marine Squad may receive some fire there. Great hit there by the Fire Prison. He could jump forward for a Melt Bomb, though he does not have enough energy for that, does he?
Space Marines engaged.
Jumping out forward. Tactical Marine Squad does find a receiver hit there. Bright Lance now firing away. Bright Lance does fall back in time. The Fire Prism may find another shot there onto the Assault Marine Squad.
One of our generators is under attack.
More there on these power generators. The Dreadnought's a little bit exposed to these ground infantry forces. Does get another good hit there onto that power generator. Bright Lights does find some hits there. Guardian Squad finds some hits. And his power point will be deactivated, and he will erect a Excel file.
We have lost the structure to the enemy.
Power point's deactivated. He does get a good hit there onto those Assault Marines on their retreat. Assault Marines now advance forward, trying to get some good hits there. Nug Bomb does connect. Hydrants firing away. Burn squads are just constantly firing away. The Assault Marine Squad does see the heal there. Very, very wounded. Missile does connect on the Fire Prism. Fire Prism needs to start hitting that Tactical Marine Squad. Assault Marines do jump on in, knocking back these forces. Does roll another miss there with that Fire Prism. And Missile does connect over there, so the Fire Prism is a little bit safe from any additional AT fire, especially when they're falling back.
Their Emperor has twisted their body and soul. The enemy has engaged me.
Farseer and the Dreadnought trying to engage each other once again, but so far the Farseer lost the last fight. But this time she does have a Fire Prism support.
Enemy Space Marines are claiming a victory.
Dreadnought will likely go down. Bright Lights does find a hit there as well. And the Farseer herself goes down while engaging that Dreadnought. We're starting to advance on forward. He has lost one of the scout squads. His current scout squad does have to start an upgrade, so it may have lost the other one. This force gets good damage on in. Guardian weapon theme. Bright Lance does fall back. Zero Council does fall back there.
We are assembled.
It is time to add to our war panoply.
And no additional power generators have been put out in this region. Looks like the Farseer is deeming she has enough power for the rest of the game. So no VPs being captured on up. There's not a VPs remaining for either side. But right now the Farseer is on lower tickets. As soon as there's going to be a triple capture against the Farseer, which is going to really count down against her. Fire Prism advancing forward. Will potentially find an angle on this Tactical Marine Squad. Does get a good hit there. Now the Tactical Marine Squad is falling on back. You have now these forces advancing forward. Does go pull out Squad of Terminators, so no orbital strike. You may still have enough friend points for an orbital strike. Yes, he does. The Farseer is pretty close to Eldritch Storm. Guardian Squad does get knocked back there. Zero Council trying to engage on him. We do now have the Librarian getting a good cast there as well. And Zero Council is fully withdrawing from the region as well. We do have now these Assault Marines who jump forward to get some good damage there.
This is most unfortunate.
And the triple capture against the Eldar player was enough to seal the deal. This is Anagrid saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Oh, I'm getting a bit of a crash. The caffeine I drank earlier for this day is starting to wear off. One thing I have to do is make the music play here, then the music will play properly in the replay. And oh, I'm in the mood for an Eldar muter. Let's go for Imperial Guard versus something in the Space Marines. And also, before I forget, there we go. Sorry, I just had to do something. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn on the left side as the Apothecary, we have Astartes. Spawn on the right side as the Lord Inquisitor, we have Autumn Flame. And some odd reason, whenever I double click and follow a character like that, they go around these corners, so it would be here. It's something on this map where these corners tend to cause the camera to bug out like crazy. You now have a pair of Imperial Guardsmen put on the field, as well as a Sentinel. You have a Scout Squad as well as Tactical Marine Squad being employed on out. So pretty much standard build openers for both sides. Imperial Guardsmen are advancing on forward. And now I do have the Lord Inquisitor advancing forward, trying to capture some of these sectors. Imperial Guardsmen have not been upgraded to Sergeant just yet. He looks going for some power points. Power points being activated. Imperial Guardsmen are advancing on forward and going straight for the VP and this requisition point there. You may need to soft retreat away from the Apothecary. There's Imperial Guardsmen, especially without any sort of support, will have trouble versus any force in melee. And now here comes a stun shot from the Lord Inquisitor. Does not get the cast off in time. One of the Imperial Guardsmen have dropped the model. So now we do have a Sergeant being pulled on the field. The other Imperial Guard squads are now being upgraded to Sergeant as well. And now I've got the Tactical Marine Squad and the Apothecary engaged on in. Good stun shot there onto the Apothecary. Imperial Guardsmen now trying to get inside this garrison. It's not so great for fighting from. And now I've got the Sergeant being popped on in as well. That's sort of a weird interaction there. Good special attack there from the Lord Inquisitor. The Imperial Guardsmen need to get out of the garrison. And now here comes the Sentinel with the Stomp upgrade. Stomp. Let's force back those squads there. The Imperial Guardsmen now charging the way forward. You know, I'm sort of surprised they didn't drop any models there. I thought they dropped a model. But either way, you've got this Imperial Guardsman catch at this point. And the Imperial Guardsman should be able to rapidly capture up multiple points. Or at least decapture them with a Sentinel. This point's now being activated. Is there a Flamer being upgraded? We do see a Flamer being upgraded. The Flamer can have... If he just deactivates that point, they help slow down opposed power generation. Point's been activated, he needs to drop those power generators immediately before it goes down, but the Imperial Guardsmen do make a soft retreat away. Lord Inquisitor now advancing forward, trying to drive back these Tactical Marine squads. Good stun shot there. Stomp. And knocks back the Apothecary. Apothecary maybe going to try to go for a heal onto this Tactical Marine squad. Still recovering from the stun there, does get the heal off. Now do have another Tactical Marine squad on the field, so it looks like the Apothecary is going for heavy infantry. Heavy on heavy infantry. Lord Inquisitor now following them back. And so is the Imperial Guardsmen. Imperial Guardsmen only dropped 2 models there, and now the Sentinel's now making a soft retreat away. This Imperial Guardsmen just go around and capture the northern points. Very good. We do have this Imperial Guardsman behind some heavy cover there, or I think that's heavy cover. Currently showing no cover. And Scout Squad is going to avoid the Imperial Guardsman right there. Sentinels see a bit of fire there. Khajiit Devils on the build queue. Everyone's favorite Khajiit Devils.
Cadians are always ready.
Imperial Guardsmen moving around. We do have this point now captured on up.
Signal received. New orders.
And now the Sentinels advancing forward. The Tactical Marine Squad is seeing a bit of fire there. Tactical Marine Squad now engaging this Guardsman. And the Apothecary does use a heal there, getting the heal off onto that Tactical Marine Squad. And now the Lord Inquisitor is going for a stun shot there onto the Apothecary. He's going to be charging our way forward, trying to stop this Tactical Marine Squad engaging. This Imperial Guardsman has to use some fire there, and this one does see some grenades. Lord Inquisitor is advancing forward, trying to get some good damage there. And the Lord Inquisitor does go and fall back. We're seeing some melee hits there from that Tactical Marine Squad. Both Tactical Marine Squads now falling back, just remain the scout out on the field, catching the sectors down south.
Enemy guardsmen are here.
Khajiit Devils may either push the way forward in order to pull out demolition charge,
Generator coming up.
or maybe they're just trying to destroy some of these power generators.
Spotted here.
Under attack.
Flamers getting some good hits there. Shotgun blast there onto the Apothecary. Very, very nice. And now got the full auto ability now being utilized in Imperial Guardsman. But let's see, hitting the Sergeant. Apothecary does fall on back there. Catching Devils on engaging melee against these Pathfinder squads. And stomp. Great stomp there. As getting more time for the Imperial Guardsmen to burn down more generators. Another generator does go down, and now both Tactical Marine squads are falling back as well. One of the most getting fully wiped out. And all of these power generators will be destroyed. Down south, Scout Squad still go around, capture some points. Locals are trying to tie them up in melee. May see a shotgun blast there. Go for a stun shot there. It's a good hit. Imperial Guardsmen do fire some shots there as well.
Scout attack, right here!
Imperial Guardsmen trying to avoid the scouts there. And good hits there onto the Scout Squad of those Flamers. Flamers are like more good versus light. Frag grenade there. Miss Giants their retreat path. And the Scout Squad does fall back. Almost getting fully wiped out there. Oh! Great grenade launch barrage there, but missing one of the models there. And the demolition charge. Holy crap! He almost blew up his own Scout Squad with that demolition charge.
Moving to cover.
We do now have the heavy weapons team now put out on the field for the Lord Inquisitor. Firing a volley there on these forces does suppress the Apothecary and the Tactical Marine squad.
They shoot us in the back like traitors.
Power node. Roger.
Lord Inquisitor does fall back there. Got these Imperial Guardsmen advancing forward with the Casual Devils. And now they got these Tactical Marine squads advancing forward with the Apothecary. Apothecary, of course, has been upgraded to customized Stormbolt. We saw the full auto ability utilized earlier.
Go ahead, sir. Sir, power node is ready. Order, sir.
Imperial Guardsmen advancing forward. We got great grenade launch barrage there. Great stomp there, knocking back these forces. And now the Imperial Guardsmen just trying to burn this heavy infantry. Heavy infantry setting on up once again, trying to pair off the Sentinel while in combat. It does get a good shotgun blast there onto the Tactical Marine squad. Casual Devils, I can tie up the Tactical Marine squad in melee, receiving lots of fire there. And now the Casual Devils falling back. Tactical Marine squad, one of them to fall back. This one could advance forward to get some light cover there. And now Lord Inquisitor is advancing forward, getting some repairs there onto the Sentinel, very nice. And even eyeing for that Garrison. That Garrison's not half bad Garrison there. Over a stun shot there onto the Apothecary, gets a good hit there. And now the Flamer Squad's advancing forward. That Flamer Squad will annihilate that Garrison. If it does fall back and get out of the Garrison time, it does fall back as well. Posting some losses there, but alive is alive. Two power generators have been rebuilt, and now we do have Tier 2 being researched by both players. And the Lord Inquisitor has a bit more resources than the Apothecary at the moment, yeah, while having more squad supply on the field. Decent grenade there, getting some damage.
Let's do it.
That grenade did a lot less than expected. Casual Devils capturing up that VP now.
This requisition point is ours.
And now this Lord Inquisitor is heading down south. Maybe eye for the VP first. Apothecary is being upgraded with improved medical equipment, which, if I remember correctly, makes the heals a bit more powerful. No, that grants energy regen. I really think that improved medical equipment there that provides like energy and energy regen should really be the purple symbol, the purple one. Because 20% energy by 100 and energy regen by 1 per second. That should really be the purple icon. Combat stimulants have been cancelled there, and now do have a Chimera being put on the field.
We
are under attack.
Tactical Marine squad's getting some good damage at range. Let's run into the heavy weapons team, however. Oh, Stormguard veterans have not been put on the field. Very, very nice. Does load up the poison rounds there, getting some great damage there. Great full auto onto the Lord Inquisitor. Flamers advancing forward, getting some good damage. And we also got Plasma Guns on the other Imperial Guardsmen. That's going to do a bit more work against the Tactical Marine squads. The heavy weapons team does advance forward. Horseback to these squads. Stormguard veterans still in the field. Needs to fall back entirely now. Let's didn't lose any models there, so he just needs time to heal on up and not be suppressed by the heavy weapons team. Chimera has one field. And I'm not sure if being dropped out there. A drop pod of some sort.
Victory point is your advantage is
The other Tactical Marine squad has been put on the field now. Range shotgun blast there by the Casual Devils. Maybe going a little bit too heavy on these Tactical Marine squads. Gets good damage there. Throws a smoke grenade there, and we got the Lord of Prison out charging forward. Does see the full auto ability there. Sort of like a revenge against the Lord Inquisitor, who's using those stun abilities. Full auto is basically the same thing, but has a bit more range. And the Lord Inquisitor does fully go down there. Good grenade launcher barrage there. Gains good damage with these forces. Apothecary himself is falling back. And all the rest of these power generators are going to be bashed. Chimera's now advancing on forward. Trying to reinforce some of these units on the front line. Pure Guardsmen have been reinforced, and that last power generator will go down. That power point's going to be decaptured. Chimera is loaded up with Imperial Guardsmen. They get some drive-bys there. Scout Squad does deactivate that power node. Scout Squad's getting some melee hits there on the Chimera. Now it's not the greatest weapon to use against them. And now got the Casual Devils and the Imperial Guards with these mount. Looks like the Casual Devil Squad may have been upgraded to Sarge, getting them access to a, what's it called, a melter gun. We also got out the crack rounds and 2 missile launchers loaded on up, trying to hit that Chimera. Maybe a little bit overkill there. The weapon team does find a good hit suppression there. Great AoE damage there. Great grenade launcher barrage there. Lots of AoE damage in the region. Sentinel's 9 and A move forward, and the Chimera actually does go down right there.
I have no fear.
We are under attack.
Casual Devils catch the northern point now. You got a shotgun blast there onto this Imperial Guardsman. They are going to go over to this heavy cover there, but the Scout Squad does fall back in
I
time.
protect the Imperium.
No additional power generators supply on the field. Right now, the resources are heavily in favor towards Imperial Guards.
understood.
And now going for tier 3, while his opponent has scraped the bottom barrel without even getting close to tier 3. Soon there's going to be a triple capture in favor of the Imperial Guardsmen. The VPs are now even. And now the Imperial Guardsman does pull ahead.
We're losing a victory point out there.
Moving to cover.
Sentinel has been repaired on up.
We need all the help we can get.
At this point in time, the fighting gets a lot of tactical marine squads with missile launchers. So maybe a good idea not go for Lehman Russ as much like for Lehman Russ. Volgren wouldn't be half bad, honestly. Getting partial squads not bad, wouldn't be half bad either. Bane Blades are generally reliable, especially versus even the missile launcher squads. Scout Squad does not throw does throw a grenade there, getting a couple models kills there. Your guards advancing forward, receiving a bit of fire there. Now it's time for Storm Guard veterans to use high explosive rounds. Heavy weapons team does fall back there. Casual Devils still firing away. Imperial Guards are still firing away. The Storm Guard veterans do fall back now. We've got a full retreat coming out by the Apothecaries team.
We have an edge for now.
Heavy weapons team looks like escape out with minimal health as well. And the Sentinel looks like was not in that engagement the entire time. Trying to burn down some of these gen points.
Getting hit hard now. Target structure eliminated.
The Apothecary is now scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to power. It does push forward with some wounded tactical marine squads. They want to use a heal ability onto that one.
Incoming enemy contact.
Imperial Guardsman does fall back right there. Has been upgraded to the Commissar, and this one has been upgraded to Commissar as well. He is going for a Lehman Russ. I sort of disagree with that. His opponent just has a bit too many missile launchers for a Lehman Russ. He could go for Flamethrower Cannon to get some good range damage there. Great high explosive missiles there. Grenade launcher barrage as well. That Scout Squad needs to get out of there. We're seeing a bit too much damage. Go for a stun shot as well. Doesn't actually get the kill there, and hitting the garrison a little bit more. Either Executioner Turret or the Vanquisher Cannon onto that Lehman Russ won't be half bad. Vanquisher Cannon, of course, giving some good range. The Executioner Turret will just give him more damage. And I do have Assault Marine Squad being put on the field. Would he actually upgrade to Vanguard veterans? He doesn't have the resources for that. He probably doesn't even have the resources for Melter Bombs either.
Sir, will you hand us the target in hand, sir?
Cannon upgrade underway.
Let's see what cannon upgrade's going for. Executioner Turret. Getting a good volley there onto the Tactical Marine Squad.
I have eyes upon the enemy space marines.
Sir, our advantage is slight.
And Lehman Russ is advancing on forward. You have a lot of forces in the region. Apothecary has, of course, a good healing region aura. It has been upgraded to the combat stimulants as well. Increase the damage nearby allied infantry unit by 30%. Which could be very useful for a missile launcher there. Execution turret has been spotted there. Melter Bomb still in the field queue. Does get a missile hit there onto Lehman Russ. Could take time to reverse for Lehman Russ with this Imperial Guardsman that's next to it. And now these these forces are trying to skirt around the Imperial Guardsman, not repairing up the Lehman Russ just yet. Casual Devils is currently camouflaged, being eyeing for a grenade launcher barrage on one of these forces. Right now they're just avoiding each other. Whether it be on purpose or accident, it's hard for me to tell. And these forces are going to go for these power generators. He can quickly bash them.
The Inquisitor needs to show that generator's taking hits.
I just saw an investment of some sort. We got the Purgatus, what's called Purgatus, Purgatus being upgraded. A very, very powerful AoE weapon for the Lord Inquisitor. And there's that was a Valkyrie run. But he does actually dodge the Valkyrie run entirely. Very, very good dodge. He spent all his red points on that. Imperial Guardsman Flamers may go down there. Does get a missile launcher hit there on the rear arm of the Lehman Russ. Melter Bomb does connect. Lehman just needs to start running away. And that Purgatus Flame does get a great stun there. Knock back some of those forces. Great knockback there by the Casual Devils as well. Missile launchers on the back. Crack around to split them up. And Heavy Weapons team push way forward. Does get some good suppression there, suppressing all those forces. Great hits there. Lehman Russ not being repaired up by the Imperial Guardsman. Needs to repair past that. And stomp. But he does get the stun there, but no knockback because of that ability. Pushing way forward, trying to get some great AoE damage right there. And he does look at Lehman Russ there when he should have greedy half. I know he was just getting a little bit too greedy there with the AoE damage. And a lot of these squads will fall back with minimal health. Loading the Apothecary.
Found a requisition point here.
Scouts trying to decapture the northern point. We do, of course, have this Heavy Weapons team does fall back. Flamer Squad making way down south. No power generators for the Apothecary. Unlikely this squad going to get any more anytime soon.
New heavy weapons on site.
You know we're ready.
Heard more new heavy weapons on site. Not sure what that was about.
We'll make sure her relics don't get lost.
And now do got the Inquisitorial Mandate. He's starting to fully kit out the Inquisitor now. Wait, I think the Purgatus ability was the grenade slot.
Like the Space Marines seek their glory here.
This requisition point is ours.
Attack Marine the struck.
Here, Guardsman now engaging the various Tactical Marine forces, getting forced on back. Apparently, the Purgatus is an armor ability and not the grenade ability. And it's one of the few armors that doesn't actually providing like health. Oh, increases max health by 200. But these are two really powerful abilities. You got 7 seconds of full invulnerability and a massive damage AoE. Going for the stun shot there on the Commissar, or Apothecary does get a great hit there. Misses the Apothecary herself. The Assault Marines are stunned in mid-air. They do recover. Imperial Guard squad does fall back. This Imperial Guardsman doesn't have much forces back. These forces are now forced to fall back, receiving too much AoE damage, especially thanks to that missile launcher Sentinel. Assault Marines do go in and fall back as well. And right now, the Apothecary is seeing a bit too much fire. The Flamer squad may want to just capture up some points or fall back, get some reinforcements. North VP has been captured on up. We've got Plasma Cannon Devastator on the field, and scouts are back at home.
That's a critical spot.
And Sentinel Corps can decapture points, including VP, so using that to decapture the southern VP is good. The double capture is fine enough.
Sir, we're losing
And the scout squad is trying to capture the center point. It does roll a miss there. Great shotgun blast there. And Lord Inquisitor does fall back now.
I'm under attack.
Plasma Cannon Devastator finds some hits there. Plasma Cannon Devastator is, of course, a very, very effective with some Imperial Guardsmen. The Imperial Guardsmen are very, very vulnerable to AoEs. If weapons team setting on up, Catching Devils may need to apply a demolition charge to help protect its flanks. The Lord Inquisitor has fallen back. She needs to get immediately back on the front line. Someone's advancing on forward. There's going to be some great AoE damage here once again. Find some great AoE damage there once again. And there's a napalm run as well. Great grenade launcher barrage there, knocking back the Plasma Cannon Devastator. It's still just suppressed there. We're seeing lots of damage over time from that napalm run. Both those Imperial Guardsmen do fall back. The Apothecary still seems to fire there. Frag grenade was thrown, does avoid it. And now the Catch Devil is trying to pursue those forces in melee. We'll go and type that squad in melee. Plasma cannons or plasma guns advance forward into the center. We got double capture favoring towards the Apothecary, but does go ahead and decapture one of those points. Just neutral capture. Imperial Guardsmen with flamers down south. And Catch Devils will be eyeing to decapture the central VP.
Sir, the advantage is ours.
Assault Marines, that's what captured the northern one. Scouts trying to push their way forward.
We're quitting this task, men. You know we're ready.
And Sentinel will see some repairs now. These forces are on advance on forward, trying to get some good hits there. Imperial Guardsmen will capture the central VP, and we've got their Assault Marines making their way down south. Sentinels will see a bit of fire there. And now we got these forces jumping on in. Does knock back the heavy weapons team. Looks like the Lord does get on the Sentinel there. That's a bit of AoE damage now gone. I think the Lord Inquisitor is eyeing for the Purgatus. Nope, she dies eye the fully withdrawal from the region. And now the Imperial Guardsmen do fall back as well. Catching Devils will making their way up north. Plasma Cannon Devastator nailed his own forces there.
Happy to be of service. Reinforcements are here.
Show me our
And these
way.
forces have been reinforced, repaired, and now we do have a Storm Lord being put on the field.
That's a critical spot. No doubt.
You know we're ready.
Assault Marines push their way forward. Both receive a lot of fire there. They will jump away. They may need to receive a heal there from the Apothecary. They do receive a heal there. Got these forces advancing forward. The Lord Inquisitor can charge forward, especially thanks to the Inquisitorial Mandate.
We've captured the location.
And right now, the Lord Inquisitor is just trying to stall out for the Stormlord. Don't need to be too aggressive when he does have a power play unit about ready to be deployed out in the field.
Sir, our advantage is slight.
Mainblade reporting for duty.
You now have a Stormlord now deployed on the field.
Devastator has found us.
Scouts pushing way up north. Plasma Cannon Devastator to find hit there on the heavy weapons team.
200 points, sir.
Stormlord's about ready to make his presence known. Now here comes the Stormlord, firing a massive volley with that, I'm not sure if it's a rocket or heavy bolters or what that is, technically. Always gonna go for a Melta Bomb. Does the Melta Bomb there. Stormlord advancing forward. And here comes the soon-to-be Picross. Has got the Holy Brazier there. There's the great stun there, stunning all those forces there. Could use the Holy Brazier, get some good AoE damage there. And Quick Storm Mandate has been activated, trying to run down that heavy plasma cannon Devastator. And these forces are receiving more fire there, but we're seeing a lot of healing as well. And there's a whole retreat now coming out by the Apothecary's forces. Imperial Guards recapturing the Central VP. Engine Devils needs to head down south. There's triple capture against the Imperial Guardsmen. It's going to be a lot down. Going for a forward bunker, likely going for a forward repair bunker. Now we also have a Devastator Marines being pulled on field, likely for a las cannon.
Message received.
That's a critical spot, no doubt.
Engine Devils decapturing the central southern point. Bunker's not being repaired up with anything just yet. It's going to need time to decapture that southern point. Northern point has to catch up with the Flamer Squad. The Flamer Squad could just stay in the region. It's not exactly going to be effective versus the heavy infantry of his opponent. Engine Devils does get a great grenade launcher barrage there. Just decapture it and it's going to run away. Very good.
Got something for us to
Counterattack! Right here!
Las Cannon now being upgraded. Stormlord advancing forward. Finds some hits there. Plus, probably a good idea to focus on a regular heavy bolt or Devastator. Because the chance of him being upgraded to Las Cannon is very, very likely. There's the Las Cannon now. Missiles do connect on the Stormlord. Got missile launchers and great knockback there on the Las Cannon. Here, Guardsmen repairing up the Stormlord. And now we do have the Lord Inquisitor advancing forward. Maybe going for the Purgatus. Does go for the Purgatus right there. Stormlords do jump on board, knocking out the Casual Devils, but the Stormlord is here to protect them. And looks like they're going to go and try to get hop inside of the Stormlord. Do get inside the Stormlord right there. And now we've got all these horses just falling back. The northern point has been decaptured, but will be recaptured by these Imperial Guardsmen. The southern point could be, yeah, it looks like the Lord Inquisitor will be behind the capture of the southern point. The Imperial Guardsmen needs to take time to repair up the Stormlord. And this is actually a booby-trapped guard bunker. I do not believe there's a repair that has a repair upgrade. I see 1, 2, 3 wrenches. Okay, it does have the repair upgrade on the bunker. That squad, they just annihilated a squad right there. One of these, those tactical marines just got annihilated by the Stormlord.
Let's get to it.
Plasma cannon downstairs, advancing forward. Directly hits his scout squad. We have 1 point now captured up by the Apothecary. He has a very, very little time remaining. Nothing's threatening up the northern point. Nothing's threatening central point. So it looks like the Apothecary is backing out of the game now.
You've all but done it, sir.
He spent a lot of time, a lot of resources on reinforcements. Submarines do jump on in, trying to get a Melta Bomb off. Does get a Melta Bomb off, but it's not going to accomplish enough. Crack rounds now raining on in. And submarines do fall back now. Looks like he's impressed with the 3 tactical marines. And he's saying that was also a mistake, though. It was very expensive to maintain, that's for sure. What a nice way to end the video right there. This is Andrew saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I love that. I sort of love the pause animation stuff. Just a great way to sort of just get a freeze frame of stuff you don't really see frozen in time. Good. Let's go and do this one here. Oh yep, and since I didn't back out with the main menu music play, and now there's gonna be no music in this replay, so I'm gonna need to back out and reload it. Watch, there's no music. I don't know why, but I just know how to fix it or prevent it in the first place. Let the music play. And now the music will play in the replay. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Dawn of War 2 replay. So on the right side as a Chaos Lord, we have Pax. So on the left side as the Eversor Assassin, we have Brood Witch. We also got Chaos Marines versus Strike Squad, pretty standard. Visual Stormtroopers eyeing for this requisition point, Heretics eyeing for the power point. Chaos Lords kept this requisition point, and the Eversor Assassin eyeing for the power point. Strike Squad and Chaos Marines haven't blown the field. We've got another squad of Chaos Heretics, pretty standard build opener for the Chaos Lord, and now we do have another squad of Inquisitor Stormtroopers, a common build opener for the Grey Knights. You know how the Chaos Marines captured this point, and we've got these Strike Squads do get some damage there onto the Chaos Lord. Eversor Assassin pursuing these Chaos Marines. We do got Ritual right here, inspiring these guys to run away. And now we got the Eversor Assassin engaged. We do got the one detonation there, and the Eversor Assassin does receive a bit of damage there, but the Heretics receive a bit more damage. It looks like the other Heretic squad has received quite a bit of fire as well, this time from the Inquisitor Stormtroopers. Chaos Lords just being happy and just content and capturing points for the Chaos Lords. Heretic squad being reinforced now, and the Chaos Marines are just trying to engage the Strike Squad at range. Chaos Marines may need to fall back, receiving a bit of fire there. And now the Heretic squad is advancing forward. Chaos Marines fires. Does the model a little bit too early to engage the Eversor Assassin there. And now the Heretic squad does fall back again as well. These forces do now go and fall back. The Chaos Marines may want to stick around the stronghold, the temple, for a little bit extra healing there. Heretics are being reinforced, pushed away back on forward as well. We do have one power generator to pull it out in the field, and we only have the activated point here. Chaos Lord is going to go around, capture some points, getting some good field control there. Of course, those Stormtroopers do find a volley there onto the Chaos Marines. Chaos Marines do go ahead and brace the heavy cover there. And only two of the models will fire right there. The Inquisitor Stormtroopers are now making their way up north. We've got the Heretics now roaming around as well. The Heretics now advancing forward, trying to get some good damage there on the Inquisitor Stormtroopers. And I've got the Heretic squads now trying to pursue these Inquisitor Stormtroopers. So going to try to maintain their distance. Over here, got the Strike Squad advance forward, trying to hit the Chaos Marines. Now got Purgation Squad here. Does detonate one of the models, probably a little bit too early. Detonates one of the models there on top of the Strike Squad. Eversor Assassin trying to engage the Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord is going to be closing distance there onto the Strike Squad. We also got the Chaos Marines falling back as well. Still very wounded, but still has all models still alive. Purgation Squad does find some damage there onto the Chaos Lord. We do also got, it looks like a cast right there of ability. And does go and use that ability there, get some extra health as well. Chaos Marines just need to fall back. They do drop a model there now. Ritual has been activated. You need to take time to reinforce and heal up that squad. That squad's just been way too low in health. Havoc setting it up, trying to protect his power generators. They're in a good position. You know how the Havoc setting on up once again, trying to stop the Purgation Squad. There will suppress the Purgation Squad there. Tactical Marine Squad or Chaos Marine Squad getting some damage there. And Heretics not being focused down. Does any one of the models there. It's already sort of suppressed there. And does get the Aspiring Champion upgrade now. Havoc now receives some fire there from these Inquisitor Stormtroopers. Strike Squad's advancing forward. Chaos Marines may want to tie up those strike squads with melee before they can get that Havoc squad. The Havoc squad is what's saving this power generators from the Percutation squad. Havoc squad now seeing quite a bit of fire there. And we now got the Chaos squad trying to tie up the Percutation squad with melee. Havoc squad receiving lots of fire there. Stuck around a little bit too long. Needs to detonate little models immediately. Almost lost to the Havoc squad. 1 minute hit and they would have been done for. Power generators now being hit. Another power generator is going on up. Percutation squad has been redeployed. And Strike squad does fall back with all of its models still intact. Harris advancing forward and the Inquisitor Stormtroopers do fall back as well. Harrison gets some good damage there onto the power generator. Will go ahead and slice one down. And the Source has not being upgraded to Executioner Pistol, giving him a basically a snipe ability that also acts as slow. Herrick squad does not have the Aspiring Champion just yet. Needs to fall back to the squad sooner or later. He's not going to the power generator. Almost loses the entire squad, honestly. Do got. Ooh, there's the Execution Pistol there. Well, if he would have lost one more model. Oh! Never mind. He's dead. I always think the Executioner Pistol is actually a decent pistol to shoot with.
Let the slaughter begin!
Soul Assassin now seems to fire there. Havoc's trying to stall, suppress, getting some great hits there, forcing him back.
We may yet triumph today.
Castle Marines do receive a bit of fire there. Havoc squad are pushing on forward as well. Do not tier 2. We do have tier 2 being researched by the Chaos Lord now. You go for a number of assets with tier 2. Blood Crushers wouldn't be half bad. Bloodlords wouldn't be half bad. Among other things. Rex squad's catching at the central southern point. Chaos Lord now receiving some fire as well. Trying to close in on these stormtroopers. Chaos Marines can find some good damage there on the Protection Squad. Havoc will find some good hits as well. Havoc Squad Assassin trying to charge on forward. May receive some fire there from the Havoc. And does still in arc there. But does not get retargeted there. Protection Squad face forward. Havoc Squad needs a full withdrawal against that Havoc Squad Assassin that does lose one of the models there. And the Chaos Marines now firing away. The Heritage Squad's charging on forward. And Havoc Squad just needs to fall back. We're seeing a bit too much fire there. Protection Squad doesn't get forced back thanks to the Heretic Squad. Down to one less model there. Execution Pistol could potentially finish him off. No, it does not. Heretic Squad does force back both of those Inquisitor Stormtroopers, and now got the Strike Squad trying to engage this Chaos Marine Squad, which is also still very wounded. Right now, I wonder if the Chain Axe upgrade wouldn't be half bad for that Chaos Marine Squad. As of right now, oh, good cast there. As of right now, they're having trouble dealing with the Strike Squad, and they're fighting against a lot of Inquisitor Stormtroopers and Perpetuation Squad. I think the Chain Axes wouldn't be half bad right now. The Mark of Khorne upgrade for those Chaos Marines. Do now have some Bloodletters being put on the field. It is Chaos Marine Squads once again being pushed forward without any healing. I guess Blood for the Blood Gods. This is going to be a lot of its own as well. Restore Stormtroopers advancing on forward, eyeing to capture some requisition points. Does save his power generators right there. There's currently 2 standing. There's currently 2 standing over here. Chaos Lord has no upgrades at the moment. No additional upgrades on the Avasor Assassin, still just the Executioner Pistol. And I've got the Inquisitor Stormtroopers engaging the Chaos Marines, in which they're just those Chaos Marines are just far too wounded. These Inquisitor Stormtroopers do fall back. We're seeing another good volley there. And the Bloodletter's going to be making closing distance now. The Heretics may want to eye for a ritual in order to get these Bloodletters into range. Does. And I still believe the Chaos Marine Squad should just full withdrawal. It has less than 200 health. Its max health is nearly 1,000. And it has all 3 models still alive. Power generator now seeing a bit of fire there. Power Generator does go down there. Heretics are inspiring these Bloodletters. Does use the vulnerability ability right there. And we've got temporary Bloodletters being spawned on out as well. Temporary Bloodletters are making their way forward. Dugover's got the Terminator Librarian here. Great cast there, knocking back the Bloodletters, keeping them at range. And looks like it's going to advance forward. We're going to see some hits there from those Bloodletters. And Havoc is set up on a pretty good angle there to suppress these forces. Temporary Bloodletters are gone. And do have this ritual now pushing ready to inspire these Bloodletters. They're at max health at the moment. Havoc Squad still set them in a good position there. Suppress these forces. Of course, the Terminator Librarian needs to be tied up in melee. Does get tied up in melee there by the Bloodletters. Thanks that 1-2 combo is able to force back the entire army. We still got the Eversword Assassin advancing forward, being upgraded the Assault Armor, which if I remember correctly as well, does give him the Charge ability. It gives him, the Charge ability plus health and health regen. Execution Spitter still was utilized on top of the Heretic Aspiring Champion. And now this Power Generator is starting to get hacked apart by these Bloodletters. Of course, Stormtroopers advancing on forward with the Strike Squad and the Terminator Librarian. Grenade Stone knocking back the Terminator Bloodletters. Does use a vulnerability ability there, but he is a little bit wounded. Does receive a slow there. May need a full withdrawal from this region. Havoc Squad's not here to support out those Bloodletters again. Oh wait, no, they're right there. Never mind, I lied. Or blind. A little bit of both. Eversword Assassin does charge forward, but does get stopped by the requisition point itself. Execution Pistol there onto the gunner. He needs a full withdrawal. This Havoc is prone to being wiped out, but does use a ritual there. Bloodletter still have all the balls, needs good health regen for that ritual. And now Terminator Librarian is trying to charge on forward. Does get that anti-movement field. I don't know what's called. Bloodletter gets good damage there, but getting knocked around by that field. Bloodletters do use their vulnerability ability to get away. It does receive a detonation there onto the Strike Squad. Full withdrawal from the Chaos Marines. North, we've got the actual Chaos Marine Squad capture some points. We've got the Bloodletters getting knocked back by the Strike Squad. Bloodletters need to fall back. They have dropped the model there. Make that 2. And these forces and the Strike Squad does fall back now. Purgation Squad gets good damage there onto the Chaos Marines. And he's now being upgraded the Eternal War upgrade, getting a flat, was it damage and health upgrade? I think it was like 10%. Didn't get increased health, though. I forget what that one did. Was it just straight up damage? Maybe it's damage resistance rather than actually health. Either way, the Chaos Marines have seen lots of fire there. Havoc Squad needs to receive a nice cast there from the Terminator Librarian. Looks like I got the Combine Flamer research, or nope, that is the Armor of the Inferno right there. I saw that incendiary tech, I think it was a Combine Flamer. And Terminator Librarian goes down, that's a big loss. The Chaos Marines do manage to hold the line as well. Strike Squad charging on forward, we've got the Chaos Marines in the region, getting some damage there onto the Strike Squad. He does get inside the garrison as well because he can't really stay in melee against the Strike Squad, especially when that low health. So Stormtroopers now being pursued by that Chaos Lord. Strike Squad's making its way down south. And does stop the capture there with that ability. All these forces just need a lot of health. We got a Havoc Squad here, as well as a pretty healthy Heretic. They have not spilled enough blood for the Blood God. And now we do have the Eversword Assassin has been upgraded, as well as the Cybernetics Enhancement. When it increases since Bionics, increases his energy by 20, energy regen by 0.2, alongside rapid reflexability, reduces the cooldowns and heals the Eversword Assassin over time. That's going to cast there onto the Bloodletters there. Ritual Sword activated. Temporary Bloodletters now deployed on the field. And now he's going to upgrade the Marcus Zinch on those Chaos Marines. Trying to get some good damage there on the Eversword Assassin, and he is. Leather's now falling them back in this region. Armor the Inferno does go and force back those Inquisitor Stormtroopers, and Strike Squad is now being pursued by the Chaos Marines. Fortification Squad trying to go for some gen bashing there, but the Chaos Lord will, if you realize it, could deny it. And now we've got Grey Knight Dreadnought on the field. Havocs will probably need to be upgraded to Mark of Zinch to get out some last cannons. And the Chaos Marines are severely wounded as well. They need to fall back. They're just going to get whacked apart as well. No generators go down. And the Fortification Squad does fall back. You now have the Plague Marines push on forward. Teleports forward, trying to get some hits there on the Fortification Squad. Does get one of the models there. The other one's down to 40 health. Maybe one, maybe two melee hits there to kill it off. Now the Grey Knight Dreadnought's getting some hits there. Has not covered the melee, so now has a fist to go along with Shiv. And now the nope, good knockback there. Autocannons? We're seeing a autocannon upgrade onto the Havoc, so it's going to Mark of Khorne. Good missile launcher hit there. Why the autocannon? I think the blast cannon would be a little bit better versus the Grey Knight Dreadnought. Maybe want something able to hit both, I guess. While they're trying to gauge that Eversor Assassin, who's also been upgraded now with the Neuro Gauntlet. Can't perform special attacks, but let's get some good damage over time with it. Autocannon now firing, getting some great volleys there onto that Grey Knight Dreadnought. We've also got the missile launcher hits there from the Plague Marines, which also slows them down. Getting more hits there for the autocannon. Though the autocannon needs to fall back entirely. Leathers do fall back as well. The Plague Marines could potentially find another shot there, but needs a lot more shots there to take it out. Chaos Marines getting some great shots there onto the Inquisitor Stormtroopers. Those up both frags nade. Armor of the Inferno does get one good hit. And now we do got the Chaos Lord pushing way back up north. We have the Strike Squad capturing the central VP, and this point being captured by the Protection Squad, was now down to one member. We upgrade the side cannons now. Havoc needs to fall back now, a little bit too far forward. He's trying to save the Heretic Squad. Does drop him out there. Does receive a snare. Receive a cast as well. Here's trying to tie up the Strike Squad melee. Does the one of the models there. Chaos Lord gains some good hits there onto those Stormtroopers. Heretic Squad does fully gets wiped out there. And Strike Squad does fall back. Bloodletters can't engage the civilian structure. So Stormtroopers receiving some hits there. Like me start hitting that more that Dreadnought. Trying to deal with the side cannon. The garrison falling really protects them versus infantry. Havoc sitting on up, so this may be a dead Purgation Squad. More missile launcher hits there on the Dreadnought. And looks like the Purgation Squad will go down. And does actually wipe out the Havocs entirely. Like Marines are sprinting away. We do got a fresh Heretic Squad on one field. There's too much damage there. And somehow the Purgation Squad stays alive.
We have the advantage.
How much health does it have left? It still has 40 something health. And somehow that stayed alive. Face is better than faith. Eversor Assassin is currently at level 6. The Chaos Lord's only at level 2, and he hasn't really been using the Chaos Lord aggressively enough. We're getting some upgrades as well to be a bit more effective. Plague Marines pushing their way forward. Got the Plague Marine Chaos Marines also advancing forward as well. The VPs are in favor of the Chaos Lord by a small margin. Eversor Assassin is trying to now engage the Chaos Lord. It does utilize the, what's it called? the cybernetic enhancements ability. Does use attack there just to knock back the Eversor Assassin. Does decapture the central southern VP. The central one is captured on up. The northern one will just be captured. And now got the Heretic Squad getting a good ritual there. Doesn't anyone of the models there. Plasma guns firing away. That Strike Squad does get forced some back. Now got tier 3 being researched by the Eversor Assassin. And he does have a lot of red points. Not enough for an orbital strike yet. And the side cannons does get inside the civilian structure, but could be gauged from the flank because it only has limited arc of fire.
We have the requisite chaos has the upper hand.
Eversor Assassin receives some damage there, but not a whole lot. Does use the rapid regen ability now. While they're trying to stop them, good missile launcher hit there onto the Grey Knight Dreadnought. Chaos Marines maintain their range. Eversor Assassin receive a bit of fire there, down to 400 health. Good knockback there. Chaos Dreadnought not on the field. Does going to keep it unupgraded, or has been upgraded to Mark of Core right now. Does use some temporary blood laser. Charge ability and knocking back all that force. Does get a missile launcher hit there onto the Dreadnoughts. Now the Dreadnoughts are trying to engage each other. Crystal Stormtroopers trying to avoid these blood layers, temporary ones. And it looks like the Grey Knight Dreadnought will be focused down by the Dreadnought, Chaos Dreadnought. Crystal Stormtroopers are advancing forward, trying to get some good engagements there. Does lose that temporary blood layer. We got a Master Chief over here. Missile launcher hit there from the Plague Marine. It's starting repairing up the Dreadnought while in combat. Plague Marine's trying to find another shot there. Does find a shot there to those Stormtroopers. And it looks like he is going to go for a teleport forward with the blood layers, trying to tie up that force. Missile launcher does bear to head its own Dreadnought there. And tied up a movement there with Stormtroopers everywhere. Plague Marine is now seeing some fire from those Strike Squad. Plague Marine needs a fully withdrawal there. And does manage to get fully wiped out there. Chaos Dreadnought charging his way forward. But it gets tied up on those Inquisitorial Stormtroopers. And now he's having trouble chasing down because the Inquisitorial Stormtroopers are just body blocking him severely. And now the Chaos Dreadnought's now sprinting his way forward, trying to deal with this Grey Knight Dreadnought. Now Voldemort Razorback being pulled out in the field. Up north, the Eversor Assassins captured that point. And that looked like the Side Cannon Squad. The Side Cannon Squad is fully dead. So Assassin's charging forward. Butler's did a combat teleport forward and gets a mini knockback. Chaos Marines just eye the VP at the moment. Eversor Assassin looks like fully withdrawing to the region. Activates a ritual there to get his guys closer. It's unable to get the squad wipe. Southern VP is in his control. Chaos Lord's eyeing for the Southern VP. That soon will be a double capture in favor of the Chaos Lord. Could be a full triple capture. He gets a full triple capture. That's probably going to be the end of the game for the Eversor Assassin. Voldemort Razorback is going to be very effective for the Chaos Dreadnought. And the Grey Knight Dreadnought needs to be stopped preparing and push on forward. He does not have a lot of VPs at the moment. This double capture is going to provide extreme threat to the Eversor Assassin. The Chaos Lord decides to fall back, not trying to stick around. Could have potentially stick around just to delay the capture. Because honestly, delaying the capture probably would have won the game much quicker. The game could still go either way. Eversor Assassin going to go to the central VP. He needs to immediately capture it. He cannot spend any time fighting. He has to spend time there decapturing. Eversor Assassin has to fire. Inquisitorial Stormtroopers making their way up north. It may be too late for that. Eversor Assassin is still charging forward. We're seeing lots of fire there. And Eversor Assassin does go down there. Now the two Dreadnoughts are gazing each other. Got him smashed there, knocking back the blood layers. Strike Squad advancing forward. Northern VP is being decaptured. And right now it is stabilized. We got double decapture against the Chaos Dreadnought. The Eversor Assassin will take out the Chaos Dreadnought. And temporary blood layers may wipe out the Strike Squad. Strike Squad does the escape out with 8 health remaining.
Give me a challenge.
Now there's triple capture against the Chaos Lord. The Chaos Lord doesn't need a whole lot of time to secure 2 VPs in order to win the game. You can trade time for resources. Chaos Lord's making his way down south because he's durable enough to stick it out. In fact, if he would have stuck it out and suicide on that point, denying the capture, it probably would have won the game because you only need like 3 seconds. Not even that in order to win the game. Baltimore Razorback not hitting the Chaos Lord. The Baltimore Razorback does provide some good anti-infantry. Chaos Havoc could try to find the rear armor of that Baltimore Razorback. And the Chaos Lord does decapture the southern point and does full withdrawal from the region. Finds a missile hit there onto the Baltimore Razorback. Bloodlords needed an eye for the VP itself. Orbital Strike not being called on in. And he does manage to get called, effectively aimed right there. Will hit the Plague Marines as well. Chaos Heretics do go in the gauge. Good hits there. He lost one of those squads there. And the Chaos Lord does actually back up the game now. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Nope. He could have just stuck around a little bit longer. But I do say the fact that he didn't suicide as Chaos Lord and Southern VP is actually what lost him the game. Let's see now. I saw order a couple with him today. Yeah, let's do this one. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Dawn of War 2 replay. As well, on the north side as the Hive Tyrant, we have Daddy. Hive Tyrant Daddy? Okay, that's going to be I'm not going to say that anymore. It's on the south side as the Farseer, we have Sos Tennis. However you pronounce that name. I still can't pronounce any sort of name, can I? Hive Tyrant's going to capture the power point, and the Hormagaunts capture the power point as well, so looks like the Hive Tyrant's eyeing for power, maybe eyeing for an early Warrior Brood. Down south, the Howling Banshees are moving over there. Got PowerPoint and PowerPoint captured up as well. So it looks like the Farseer is eyeing for some, and something involving power as well. Likely a heavy weapon team, could be a Ranger squad. And these Hormagaunts are capturing up this requisition point now.
Adding warp generator.
Do not fear to speak.
There's a Guardian weapon team, Guardian squad, and the Hormagaunts will engage each other. The Guardian squad does get inside the garrison, however. The Hormagaun squad will receive some damage. Farseer now engaging the Termagant squad in melee. Does get a good special attack there, denying the VP capture. And now this power generator is going to be eaten by these Hormagaunts. Got Howling Banshees coming over to respond, as was the Guardian squad. And the Termagant squad in the center of the map does get forced back. Ranger squad being put on out. But it's there onto the Hormagaun squad. They are falling back now.
We must arm for even crueler warfare.
Termagant's now engaging the Guardian squad, but the Guardian squad is behind some heavy cover there, and the Termagant squad does fall back now. You got a third Termagant squad? Okay, the third Termagant squad does get cancelled. Two power generators, synapse generators being put on the field. Looks like the cost of a Termagant squad is 2 power generators, and vice versa.
finish of us.
You know how the Howling Banshees being upgraded aspect of fleetness. Most people I've been seeing recently been going aspect of strength, but aspect of fleetness being researched now.
Ever alert.
No Pathfinder gear on for these Rangers just yet, but they will have their. I'm not sure what the pistols exactly does, but it does do some sort of debuff applied. Howling Banshees do shout in the faces of those Hormagaunts, forcing them back. Hormagaunts still firing away. The Howling Banshees, when you fall back, Plasma Grenade does get some damage onto that Termagant squad. Rangers still pushing way forward, maybe trying to tie up these guys up in melee. And currently the Termagants are being forced back. Does get crippling poison right there. And the Guardian squad does fall back. Rangers, they don't have a whole lot of health. They still have their 450 health, which is the same as always, just not a lot.
Join us, Banshee.
I've tried going around capturing up some
The
points.
Tyranid enemy is claiming
We've got these forces are being reinforced and healed up now. Do got a Guardian weapon team being employed on the field, as well as the Termagants eyeing the capture of the central VP. There was a brief triple capture in favor of the Farseer. In fact, look how many tickets the Hive Tyrant already bled out. A lot. Hive Tyrant now advancing forward, has been upgraded with 2 upgrades. Got the Rending Talons, which also grants the Seismic Roar ability, dealing pierce damage to knock back nearby units. And the Psychic Scream ability, which causes the units around the Hive Tyrant to do 30% less damage. That could be very useful there. I think that's a Seismic Roar ability there. I saw another ability can be cast there as well. I think I saw the Psychic Scream as well.
Ranger squad here.
Ranger squad received a bit of fire there from the Termagants, and the Hive Tyrant will manage to fall back in time.
Adding warp generator.
More cautiously.
Oh! Okay, the Termagant squad will escape on out of there. No, the Rangers could pose a massive threat to them. They're camouflaging forward, and they do not get off their melee hits there. Some pistol shots there did about 10 damage.
Generator operational.
Howling Banshees now trying to hack apart these generators. Down south, we do have these Termagants being forced back by the Guardian's weapon team.
Weapons team ready.
Follow my lead. We're the Banshee.
Power generator 1 will go down. Our Tyrant has not fully been reinforced, and now got this extended compare case, which grants an charge ability.
Generators.
1 generator has gone down. Also give him 2 health and 1 health regen.
They loose fire upon us.
Rangers do fall back there, crippling poison onto the Howling Banshees, but do fall back in time.
Operational.
As a hawk in the sky, we swoop.
And now we do have the Guardian weapon team advancing forward, trying to get some good damage on in. Guardian squad rotating around as well.
Shuriken cannon team ready.
And Lucy is unable to set up in time to get any volleys off from the Hive Tyrant. But the Hive Tyrant's just going straight for the power generators. Farseer has been forced back. We do got this Hormagaun squad advancing forward. Guardians do get inside this garrison. There is 1 window on the side to fire from. Hive Tyrant now eating a power generator. And there is the Seismic Roar ability.
Our howling banshees have howled their last.
Howling Banshees see quite a bit of fire there. The Rangers may need to just keep on firing at range with the pistols. Big weapon team getting some great damage there, and now the Hive Tyrant's falling back. Both should be able to escape on out of there. So it's 60 health remaining. Now we've got the Termagants now advancing forward, trying to engage these Guardian squad. Guardians could stop capturing. Yeah, Plasma Grenade. And does dodge it right there. Very nice. And I do got the Hormagaunts now advancing forward. They are upgraded with the adrenal glands. And these Guardians do fall back in time.
Deprive us of a vital resource point.
We are ready to serve.
Farseer advancing forward, trying to get some good hits there, or maybe not. And now the Guardians weapon team will be overran by the heavy weapon squad, though it does manage to fire a volley there.
We have it fast.
Howling Banshees charge on forward, trying to deal with these Hormagaunts. Farseer will also get a hit in as well. And the Howling Banshees do shout in the faces of those Hormagaunts. Termagaunts in this area, probably get the crippling poison ability. Does not get the crippling poison ability all the time. Does use it there and does fall back now. Hive Tyrant could use the charge ability now. Both players are tier 2, and now we've got a relatively rare squad, Dark Reapers. Dark Reapers not being upgraded to Dark Reaper Exarch. And now I've got the Termagaunts being engaged in melee. Does use the Seismic Roar ability right there. Guardians Weapon team's pushing away around. Howling Banshees is severely wounded. Falling back, receive a good melee hit there, and it looks like we'll fall back in time. Little health remaining. Termagant squad does fall back as well. Hive Tyrant now engaging the heavy weapons team, getting some great hits there, knocking back the Farseer as well. We can upgrade the Armor of Fortune. Dark Reapers now firing away. And the Rangers are firing off their bolt pistols, or not bolt pistols, whatever their pistols are. Farseer gets some good hits there, and the Hive Tyrant will fall back with little health remaining. And the Hormagaunts will get suppressed. Apparently Dark Reapers can suppress right there. Unless that's an ability right there to help them get them suppressed. Because I don't see the suppression icon on top. I really don't know much about the Dark Reapers in this game. I probably know them a little bit better in Dawn of War 3 than Dawn of War 2. Farseer now seeing a bit of fire there. The Dark Reapers are getting some great damage there. Dark Reaper's range is actually pretty good, isn't it? Getting some great damage there on those Hormagaunts. The Dark Reapers are doing quite well.
This is one.
Hydranger's now seeing some fire there. Hormagaunts could advance forward. It's supposed to now seeing some fire there. We got the some sort of cast there from the Farseer onto those Dark Reapers. It's not the Armor of Fortune. Dark Reapers are falling back. We're seeing a bit of fire there. Does full withdrawal. There's now a fresh Woodway gate there, and we've got all these forces now popping on out. Hormagaunts still trying to pursue the Dark Reapers, and now the Hive Tyrant seeing some fire there from the heavy weapons team, Farseer, Howling Banshees, and Rangers. Hormagaunts decide to do a fall back. We have the Seismic Roar ability right there. There's the what's it called? The Psychic Scream, then Psychic Roar, or Seismic Roar. Getting those two abilities mixed on up. Dark Reapers not pushing forward, trying to get some good damage there. Hive trying to pursue these Rangers. And now the Hive Tyrants are now trying to pursue the Dark Reapers. You know how the Lictor are being put on the field? The Lictor Beta, which is different from the Lictor Alpha. And Hive Tyrants charge on 4 as well. It does get a hit there on the Dark Reapers, and now the Hive Tyrant is falling back. Banshee's trying to hack apart this Synapse Generator. Termagant's getting some decent damage there onto those Howling Banshees. And now the Power Drainer will go down.
The enemy has 200 points remaining.
And they do show on the faces of those Termagants.
The enemy is claiming a victory objective.
Oh, the Eldar player has a massive reserve of resources. She can go for tier 3, no problem. The Hive Tyrant has gone for tier 3. Oh, what was that ability? Looks like the Hormagaunts receive a nasty hit there from those Dark Reapers. And now we've got the Termagant squad falling back as well.
The reinforcements are most welcome.
The battle goes our way, for now.
Almost Elector Beta does find these Dark Reapers in melee now. Gets some good melee hits there. Hive Tyrant maybe behind for the central VP. In fact, there's not a lot of VPs remaining for the Hive Tyrant. It does take out one of those Dark Reaper models. Rangers now advancing on forward, and now got tier 3 being researched by the Farseer, and by the time that gets finished, she's probably gonna get out a Avatar of War. Lictor Beta now receiving some fire there from the Rangers. The Rangers are of course stealth detectors, so is the Lictor. Dark Reaper's now firing some volleys there onto the Hive Tyrant. Capillary Tower being deployed on out, and the Carnifex being deployed out as well. Has plenty of requisition reserve as well. Farseer now receiving some fire. Dark Reaper's advancing forward, getting some volleys there onto the Hive Tyrant. And I do got a good special attack there onto the Formigons. Dark Reaper's now being engaged by the Hive Tyrant. Formigons do manage to fall back in time, and so does the Farseer. Or maybe not. One good hit there. The Lictor, where is the Lictor? Lictor's way over here.
Generator is smashed.
One generator has gone down to the Howling Banshees. Lictor does take out that Guardian's weapon team. And now the Howling Banshees is going to be engaged by the Lictor. Let's get a good hit there. Down south, we've got the Rangers falling back from the Hive Tyrant. And there's the Dark Reapers in that building. Howling Banshees do shot in the face of the Lictor. It does receive multiple special attacks there, knocking him back multiple times. Like that again. Formigons now trying to push away forward, trying to support the Lictor. The Howling Banshees do fall back. Do got a Carnifex here, unupgraded. And Howling Banshees may get wiped out. And the Exarch Leader just spawned out, saving the entire squad. Wait, what? He did that while the squad was retreating. That shouldn't happen, right?
The Tyranid enemy is claiming a victory.
Was it because the Exarch Leader was deployed out while before the squad actually retreated back? Because that was a grab while retreating. I'm pretty sure those grabs are supposed to not actually pull the squad any models when they're retreating back. Our generator now being pulled out on the field.
Ever alert. We will stand against any enemy.
We do now have the Avatar War on the build queue, so the Carnifex need to be upgraded to a Venom Cannon once he sees that. Dark Reapers are falling back now. Aspect the Reaper permanently increases the squad's range damage by 25%. That's quite a bit. Does manage to get out of there, but it does lose the Exarch Leader. Ranger squad receiving a bit of fire. May actually get fully wiped out there. They have a slow retreat there. Hive Tyrant's pretty low in VPs as well. Another Carnifex being pulled on the field. Let's go for going for mass Carnifex.
Our forces shall have tools for their task.
Guardians do try to fall back into this garrison there. Another Capillary Tower being deployed on the field as well. Carnifex now hacking part of this power generator. There's an extra power generator for the Farseer. Avatar War is now pushing its way forward. Second Carnifex is almost out on the field. Lictor does capture this VP. The Farseer is now backing on off of the Carnifex. Farseer seems to fire there. There's the Cone of Death. No response there. Receiving a pretty good hit from that. Now the Carnifex is going to receive melee hits there from the Avatar of War. We got the armor. Wait, the Armor of Fortune ability can be applied to the Avatar? Holy crap. Allied unit, not allied infantry. So the Armor of Fortune can be utilized on the Avatar War. It's already pretty durable. You don't really need that. Lictor does jump on top of the Avatar. Now I've got two Carnifex here. One being upgraded now with the melee upgrade. Dark Reapers, Rangers been getting some damage there. Lictor and the Carnifex do fall back. Does avoid the cone there. The cone's direction was weird. Hive Tyrant may receive some hits there from the Avatar of War. And now we do have the Rangers falling them back.
They lose fire upon us.
To take this ground would be wise.
Oh, there's spore mines there. He lost the Guardian Squad to the spore mines. This power generator was claimed by the Lictor, has not activated the point.
We welcome our fellow outcast.
And now the Farseer is trying to capture this VP. Lictor's trying to stop her. Does use Armor Fortune there in order to get some damage resistance, but it looks like she will go down before fully capturing it.
The enemy has targeted us.
Do not falter, for victory is within
After our
reach.
war and Lictor are now engaging each other. On the left side, we got the Dark Reapers engaging the Termagant from the garrison. Two of the guys are currently firing. Makes it 2-in-1. Does throw out another capillary tower right there. Does that prevent him from getting out of the garrison? But right now, that Hormagant or that Termagant squad just getting annihilated by that Dark Reaper.
The foe seeks to deprive
And there's
us
actually
of
two
our
guys firing
rights.
from that side, not just one. So right now, that's not a good spot for that Termagant, that's for sure. Fire Person does fire some rounds there. And now we've got the Tyranna formation. Does get out of the garrison before it gets destroyed, losing only one of the models. More spore mines have been pulled out as well. Farseer has not been redeployed. Got still spore mines over here. Might as well keep those spore mines on that VP just to help protect it. Rangers have been redeployed over there. Lictor is in the region. Lictor does have stealth detection, so the Rangers simply can't camouflage away. And now the webway has been spotted as well. Let's grab one of the models as well. Those Rangers need a full withdrawal. It does, of course, spot the webway.
You must drive the tyrannies from our structures before they
Sierra
fall.
Council has been pulled out on the field as well. I hear the fire person firing away, trying to hit these various capillary towers.
The foe seeks to deprive us of a vital resource point.
Lictor does camouflage in time.
No place is barred to us.
Fortune favors us. We must press it while we may.
Webway gate is here. The Eldar player still has plenty of VPs, so she can trade time for resources. Seer Council now going for the VP. Getting that captured up could spell doom for the Lictor, but there's a lot of Carnifexes here. Both of them upgraded melee. Hopefully has some sort of melee synapse in this region.
We trust in your guidance.
And here comes the code. We're going to annihilate those Termagants. Termagants receive a massive hit there. Seer Council now engaging the Lictor Alpha. This Carnifex in the region is going to see a bit too much damage. Not sure who actually wins 2 Avatar Wars or all of this crap. There's probably the Avatar Wars not saying a lot of damage right there. We've got of course the Fire Person engaged. The Farseer could be redeployed for the Armor Fortune. Most of the Fire Prism is having trouble dealing with the Carnifexes. Carnifexes are relatively durable. Rangers try to camouflage away. Swiftfoot there does lose one of the models. And now the Dark Reapers trying to decapture the central VP. But this one has been decaptured by the Hormagaunts.
Quickly now.
Rangers
We do what we must.
do get inside the garrison there. Fire Prism now engaging. And we do get the Lictor Alpha, Lictor Beta does force back these Dark Reapers. Fire Prism finds some shots there on the Carnifex. Rangers are inside the garrison there.
One of our structures is under attack.
Both sides do not have enough red points for their nukes. Another Carnifex on the build queue. Fresh spore mines there, trying to blow up the these units there. Let's use the ability to polish it on the circle one. Rangers do fall back.
Destroy one of our structures.
Oh, and the fire person actually went down there. I think the fire person went down to Lictor Alpha, to the Lictor. Avatar Wars falling on back. We're seeing quite a bit of fire there. Can't be losing Avatar. He needs it quite severely. Oh, if your Sierra Council is trying to capture that point, the central VP is just being captured.
Ever alert.
It looks like the Far Series is going to be there bleeding eternally. Third Carnifex is now on the field.
We have 200
And one of
points
them is
remaining.
upgraded with the Stranglethorn Cannon, an anti-infantry weapon.
We are in the fray.
Termagants are now engaging the Rangers in melee. Looks like the Rangers will win out. And does not finish off that one there.
We trust in your guidance. As ever, we serve the craft.
Rangers pushing way up north. We do have, looks like the Seer Council now receiving some hits there from these spore mines.
Our enemies bring forth a thing.
We drive back.
It does take out those spore mines now. We do have this Ranger squad trying to capture this point, but of course he has to be careful about these spore mines. More spore mines being pulled on the field. Seer Council decided to fully withdraw.
Our Warlock has attained level 2.
The Hive Tyrant's not paying attention, not realizing this point is being captured on up. I'm not so sure how effective spore mines are versus Rangers. Overall, it just seems like spore mines are just not very effective whatsoever. I think it's another model there. And just get a full capture. Needs to do a full retreat now.
The spark of Eldar life being extinguished.
Now the Avatar War's advancing forward. We got the Dark Reapers trying to decapture the central VP unsuccessfully.
I sense desperation in our foe.
Is the Hive Tyrant just AFK?
The enemy escaped.
Avatar Wars seen a bit of fire there. Do you know how the Lictor Lictor decaptured that point? So your Council now trying to eye up the central VP, getting that decaptured will potentially continue the countdown. And Seer Council now engaging. The Barbed Stranglethorn Cannon needs to start hitting that Seer Council. The Avatar War just may want a suicide right here. Hold the line just if you can and stop that Hive Tyrant from recapturing the point. And the Avatar War does go down. Seismic Roar knocks back this Seer Council, interrupting the decapture. Dark Reapers in this region, and Seer Council's eyes to fully withdrawal.
Close combat.
Right now the tickets are
Strategic location
static,
spotted.
not counting down for either side. Okay, those are just more spore mines. Spore mine. Okay, that's more spore mines. I'm just looking at the mini-map wondering where everything is. Dark Reapers do get spotted there. The spore mines will not kill the Dark Reapers, but the Hive Tyrants can, of course, help finish it off, or the Carnifex. More spore mines being pulled on the field. Great hit there by the Carnifex. And he will get killed off before decapturing the point. The central point has been captured by the Lictor. We do now have a Fire Prism here. It's a good shot there onto the Lictor. Right now, the Farseer just needs to perhaps calm down and perhaps try to find a way to capture up a point. This may not be the best spot there. Have the Fire Prism draw fire first. There's 4 Carnifexes here. And now here comes the Eldritch Storm. That did a lot of damage to his own Seer Council. Get some good hits there, and there goes the Fire Prism to the Lictor Alpha in the rear. Let's grab one of those models there, killing them off.
This is most unfortunate.
And the Farseer does back out of the game now. This is Anagrid saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. So that's my last replay for tonight. I'm getting a little bit tired, so everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get a good rest. Enjoy.